Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to today's edition of um the live trading session. I almost forgot the title. Live trading session. Yes, it's been it's been a slow day in the market. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about why that's the case and what we expect. I think that's why we should start with that's why we should start with Forex Factory. Let's look at why it's been a slow day and what we expect. Okay, so let me share that world with us, the world of Forex Factory. Because here you have it. We already had the PMI data and the markets reacted. And I think this morning we considered strength in dollar and we said some things. The dollar actually gained strength. Maybe not move as much as we expected, but I'm sure if we worked with what we talked about, I'm sure that we should have made some profits today. Okay. Well, if you check Forex Factory, you find out that for today, under the dollar, we have we have a bank holiday. Bank holiday today. So we have bank holiday today. So the US banks will be closed in observance of Thanksgiving Day. US banks will be closed in observance of Thanksgiving Day. What does that mean? Low liquidity and irregular volatility. Okay, the next time this will come out will also be in 25th of December. Okay, so what does that mean? If the bank will be on holiday, they facilitate movement of currencies, right? They facilitate foreign exchange. If they are closed, that means that there's going to be a reduction, okay? Reduction in volatility. And that's why you notice that even since the data came out, the market has been ranging or has been very slow, no much activity in the market, especially aspects relating to the dollar, and that's how it's actually going to be today. Apart from that, also, I know many of us don't check the announcement page of the website, but it's also good you do that. It's good you check the announcement page of your broker's website. For today, many of these instruments that we trade, we're going to be experiencing, say, an early closure. Some of them will be closing earlier than expected. Okay, so for instance, where do we have it? Okay, so for this is 20th. Today, Thursday. Today, Thursday, there's been no trading on corn, soybean, wheat, and all that. There's been no trading on these guys. Okay. Then due to the national holidays, trading on the following instruments will be limited. So US 30, US 100, US 500, US 2000, all these guys will trade today till 7 p.m. Okay, so by 7 p.m., this is working with our own GMT, you understand? So by 7 p.m., these guys will actually okay, we're using Central Eastern Time. Central Eastern Time. So let's see. Let me do a little bit. I'll do a check on that to know when exactly that is, if this is our GMT or not. But just to let you know that the market will likely, especially the US index, they'll likely not stay for as long as usual. You understand? They'll not stay for as long as usual. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, even oil itself will be closing around 7. So between 7 p.m., most of those instruments will be closing, but not the currencies. Currencies will still be on. You understand? But commodities and indices generally will be affected, and they'll be closing early today. Commodities and indices will be affected. They will be closing early today from 7 p.m. So whatever it is you're doing, if you're a scalper or an intraday trader, you don't really like leaving trades the next day or whatever, just don't be alarmed when it happens. That will be okay, because you already have a notification as to that effect. already have notification as to that effect. Okay, so that is that about that. But still, you know, the dollar has still maintained its strength. And some of the things we looked at, we expected, it actually happened. Especially when we looked at it in the morning. We some of those instruments are still in their sell zone, like DE30, like US1, they're still in their sell zone. It's just that we do not have too much volatility to break them out of that sell zone, right? We don't have enough volatility to break them out. But yeah, they still remain in their sell zone. And then, for instance, let's go to our chart. Let's go to our chart. Okay, so we talked about how even an instant sell here was fine and price has been ranging around there and all that. We're going to look at these instruments in an instant, but just for you to understand that um, because of the fact or because of the bank holiday, okay, we'll be having early closure. Okay, so this Central Eastern Time is still the same thing with our GMT plus 1. Okay, so that means that the US indices, just like I explained to us, for those who are just joining, the US indices will likely close by 7 p.m. today. US indices, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, they'll close by 8:30 today. Okay. Oil will close by around 7:30 today. And then oil WTI, along with nat gas and gasoline, will close by 8:30. So generally, just understand that from 7 p.m. into 7:30 into 8 p.m. These are the date. These instruments will likely will not likely will close today. So whatever it is we're doing, you know, it's good that you have that information at the back of your mind. Okay, but for anybody who has been able to scalp with the strength of the dollar in mind, I'm sure that you would have at least done well for yourself today. Okay, because in the morning we looked at this and how that from this particular point the dollar gave us a hammer, and then the dollar has actually been strong from there. And our analysis this morning has been that, oh, you know, we did not analyze GBP USD and Euro USD, but every other instrument that we analyze, USD JPY, AUD USD, and all the likes we analyze, we talked about the fact that the dollar was strong, and so it was advised for us to buy and to trade against, or for us to trade in favor of the dollar. Okay, so that's likely going to be the case. I am going to start this analysis today with non-dollar pairs, because I have explained to us that we may not get as much volatility in the market still today. Okay, we'll not get as much volatility, although the dollar is still going to continue strength. So I'm just telling you, if you're trading GBP USD, you should be looking out still for a sell. If you're trading Euro USD, you should be looking out for a sell. If you're trading AUD USD, you should be looking out for a sell, you know, and that. But yeah, that's based on the strength of the dollar. But there are some other instruments that will not be affected by this, and these are the non-dollar pairs. You understand? Generally, at least the non-dollar pairs will not be affected. So we're going to start with them, and then we're going to go into, so the normal 330 spike that we expect may not actually be the case for dollar pairs, because that 330 spike happens when the New York session opens. Okay, but the New York session is closed for today. Okay, because of the bank holiday. So the market will still move, but maybe not with as much spike as we usually know it to do. You understand? So let's continue. Let's look at non-dollar pairs first of all, and then we'll go. So I'll come to Euro GBP. I'll be giving Euro GBP. I talked on Euro GBP about how that it was actually on a downtrend. We talked about that yesterday when we were analyzing Euro GBP, and with the candlestick pattern around here, we expected actually a sell on Euro GBP. I don't know if there are people who were actually able to take advantage of that. I hope there are, you know, but for Euro GBP, we actually looked at a a sell on Euro GBP. But the truth is that even with the way Euro GBP has moved, it has reached, look at my daily time frame. I talked to us about drawing trend lines, and if you check it on the daily time frame, you can see that even currently Euro GBP is around a trend line. It's operating around the trend line on the daily time frame. Okay, it's approaching it, is trading around the trend line on daily time frame, and so it means that we've been able to take advantage of the sell on Euro GBP. Okay, taking advantage of the sell on Euro GBP. But if you're trading Euro GBP for today, okay, you see this zone here. This zone seems like a good zone to actually look out for a buy on Euro GBP. Okay, looks like a good zone to look out for a buy on Euro GBP, unless price can actually break below it. Okay, unless price can actually break below it. If price can break below it, then we can keep selling. Okay, because of course we've gotten a lot of bearish pressure even on the high, on the daily time frame. Okay, so there is a trend line, okay, that we're expecting, that price has been able to push back up. A couple of times it has tested it, even from August this year. You know, price has been testing that, you know, around that trend line. Price has been pushing back up, and price is currently around that trend line today. Okay, today price is trading around that trend line. Yes, currently it's trading below it, but that is also how this candle was. Look at this candle. This candle at the time was below the trend line but was rejected. You understand? So you want to be careful around this zone with a further sell on Euro GBP. Okay, you want to be careful with a further sell on Euro GBP. I'm just saying that this is a zone where we actually expect that you look out for a buy on Euro GBP. So if somehow price closes below, the only time I'm going to continue selling Euro GBP is if price closes below 0.86705. Okay, so if you're trading Euro GBP right now, I feel like right now, if we're to trade Euro GBP, we should be looking out for a sell on Euro GBP. All these zones here, and this is just about 10 pips or 13 pips. So all these zones here, we should be looking out for a buy. Sorry, should be looking out for a buy on Euro GBP around here, because it's around a resistance, it's around a support, it's around the support zone. You understand? It's around a support zone. So you have it at my buy preference is around 0.86760. 0.86760. So all these zones like this are buy zones for me. They are buy zones. There are places where I can still hold my buy and expect that price is going to push back up. Okay, so you can have a buy limit around 0.86760. You can have a buy limit around 0.86760 to take advantage of a buy on Euro GBP. Okay, but if price can close below, 0.86700, if price closes below 0.86700, if price can close below 0.86700, then that means that price is headed further downwards. Okay, so if price can close below 0.86700, I'm going to sell further. I'm going to sell further, and I'm going to sell till around 0.86500. So if price closes below 0.86700, I'm going to sell with around 20 pips in mind. 20 pips in mind, 0.86500. 0.86500. Okay, so that's it for Euro GBP. Remember, I said it's on a downtrend. It's showing us that there's a high chance it's going to keep selling, but it's currently on a support zone, and we can take advantage of that. You know, you can see that around this zone, price seems to be rejected. Okay, so you can look out for a buy around all these zones here, even from 0.86760. I can look out for a buy from that place. Only if price closes below 0.86700 will I consider a sell to around 0.86500. Okay, good. So that is Euro GBP. Okay, we're looking at non-dollar pair. We looked at AUD card in the morning, so let's consider AUD JPY. Let's look at AUD/JPY. AUD/JPY is also a good instrument that we can actually trade on. And it's a good instrument that we can trade on. You will notice that for AUD/JPY, this is daily time frame. Okay, this is daily time frame. The point where AUD/JPY got to, you see that when I trade most times, apart from normal trading or trading with indicators and all that, I like to look out for what price, what price has done, what price did the last time it was around where it currently is. I look at where price is now. I want to look at what the price do around this zone the last time. You understand that? That's the plan. That's the idea. Okay. So if you check it on daily time frame, you see that the last time that price was here, price had a major rejection. Price had a major rejection the last time it was here. You understand? It fell all the way. We can check the number of pips that price actually made. This is the last time price was here on AUD/JPY. At least price was able to make up to 700 pips of fall. Up to 700 pips of fall, and right now price is around that zone again. Of course, it was rejected from that place, had a bearish engulfing, had a couple of sell, and then price has been doing some kind of retracement, which we will not be able to tell until price can break above this zone. The only way we'll be able to tell if this push up is something what it is if price can break above that zone, right? Good. But you can tell. Another thing I want to point out, even before I give entries, is that you can see how my trend line, just drawing a simple trend line, would show me that it was time to actually look out for a buy. You understand? It showed me that it was time to look out for a buy just around this zone here. So these things are actually very important as you consider them during when you're making your analysis. Okay, so if you look at it on 1 hour, even on 1 hour, you see that kind of bullish trend that has formed on 1 hour here like this. You can see that bullish trend line that has formed on 1 hour, right? And so price is still urging, we're still urging price to actually move further upwards, right? Urging price to move further upwards. So I feel like right now, with the way AUD/JPY is performing, we can actually still consider a further buy on AUD/JPY. I feel like we can consider a further buy on AUD/JPY with the current bullish momentum we have against JPY. JPY seems to be weak. Even the dollar that is on holiday is trading bullish against JPY. The dollar that is on holiday currently has strength against JPY, so I feel like we can still look out for a buy. So if you're trading AUD/JPY, you can look out for a buy currently on AUD/JPY, and you can be considering take profit around 98.210. Can be considering your take profit around 98.210. That's what I'll do if I were trading AUD/JPY. Okay, I'll consider a buy around 98.210. Now, another thing is that if I'm buying around here, I'll be closing my buy around this place here. If I'm buying AUD/JPY now, I'll be closing my buy around this place. But if I'm closing my buy around here, it means that I should be expecting price to. This is like a good place for me to take a sell. Okay, by the time price buys to that point, it's a good place for me to actually look out for a sell on AUD/JPY. So if I buy to this point, coming out, taking a buy right now, an instant buy, and coming out at around 98.210, right? Once price gets to around 98.240, those are zones that I want to look out for a sell on. Okay, these are zones I want to look out for a sell on. From this place, I'll be looking out for a sell. Even if price is trading within this zone, this is like a sell zone for me. This is a sell zone. I'll be looking out for a sell here. Even if price still trades to around 98.530, I'll still be looking out for a sell. Okay, so I'm looking at AUD/JPY and I'm saying we can look out for a buy right now. Look out for a buy, take profit at around 98.210. Okay, but from 98.240, we should be wary of any further buy and should instead look out for a sell. Okay, that's for AUD/JPY. We've looked at I think we looked at GBP/JPY this morning. I'm not sure, but let's look at GBP CAD. Oh, wow. This is GBP CAD, guys. After the data yesterday, GBP, day before yesterday, GBP CAD gave us an inverted hammer. Yesterday, GBP CAD traded bearish, and this morning it has been doing some level of retracement, right? This candlestick pattern should actually show us further sell in GBP CAD. We should see a further sell in GBP CAD. Okay, so and you would also notice that it's around some highs on the weekly time frame. So what do we do? What do we do for GBP CAD? If you look at it also on 1 hour, you see that on 1 hour, price has made some kind of, you see, inverted hammer, and price is currently selling. So for GBP CAD, I would advise you actually look out for a sell. If you're trading GBP CAD, I advise you look out for a sell. All these zones here where GBP CAD even if it pushes up, all these zones are actually sell zones. All these zones here are sell zones. You can see that the behavior of price around here has been to fall back down. This this strong bullish move that we got here was as a result of the CPI. What's it now? The PMI data that came out, which I told us about. Well, so we can actually look out for a sell on GBP CAD right now. And look out for a sell on GBP CAD right now. Even if you put all these zones here as sell zone. All these zones are sell zones. So let's look out for a sell on GBP CAD. Okay. Our advice is sell on GBP CAD. Okay. So you're selling on GBP CAD. Let's see. For persons who would say take profit. You can do about 20 to 30 pips of profit. I personally expect GBP CAD to come back towards this verified support, and that's around 90 pips. You understand? Around 90 pips. So you can sell GBP CAD. I expect it to do up to 80 pips or thereabouts. So you're selling GBP CAD, at least you just need to monitor. Just know that you're in for a long sell. Okay, you're in for a long sell. So for GBP CAD, our advice is sell on GBP CAD. We are looking at instruments that we expect to gather more volatility because of the US holiday. That's why we have not considered some of those other US pairs. Okay, and that some people will be like, what is it? You understand here? So we are doing this because there's bank holiday in the US right now, and you must have noticed that there's a lot of reduced volatility in the market. Okay, so that's it. But of course, we are still going to look at US 100 and look at them. Just look at what they look like. So let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Okay, wow. So this is how Euro JPY sold straight for about 4 days. Yesterday we had this big push up on Euro JPY. Remember how we said that the JPY pair is actually remember how we said JPY is weak. We said JPY is weak because even the dollar that is currently on holiday is kind of stronger than JPY. You understand? So that is the point. That's the weakness of JPY is even a reason why you have the euro pushing up like this, and that could actually still continue. You understand? That could actually still continue on Euro JPY. If you look at it on the 1 hour, we have a trend line like this where price has actually been pushing up. So I feel like once price can break above its current resistance, I feel like price should be able to continue that momentum, although we cannot deny the fact that price is currently on the resistance. So for Euro JPY, what we will do is for price to look out for a buy if price can break above this 163.088. Price can break above 163.088, then we should consider a If price can break above 163.088, then I feel we should look out for a buy with at least 20 pips in profit. Okay, 20 pips in profit. I'll be considering a take profit around 163.430. I'll be considering a take profit of around 163.430. Okay. So if price closes above 163.088, I feel like we could still look out for a further buy. Okay. Then for the sell, given that price actually trades, we can have our sell stop. We can have a sell at around 162.650. Can have a sell at around 162.650. Can have a sell at around 162.650 and take profit at around 162.480. Okay, 162.650. Take profit at around 162.480. I have a sell at 162.650, take profit at around 162.480. We have the buy at 163.088. If price closes above there, then we can buy from there to around 163.430. 163.430. Okay, we can move like that. Okay, we can move like that. So yeah, I still said, remember that I said the dollar is still strong. So if you're placing a trade, you want to look out for trading to the strength of the dollar right now. You understand? You want to look out for trading to the strength of the dollar. Well, let's look at the index. Let's look at US 30 right now. US 30 still ranging around that proven resistance point. Still ranging. Left to me personally, I would, because of the fact that the dollar is on holiday. I don't know how people trade, but I was saying it this morning that I'm not a slave to the market, in the sense that the US is on holiday, there's reduced volatility in the market. I don't really need to trade indices. You understand? I don't really need to. You understand? So that's what the issue. Now, if you even check US 30, it has still been ranging around that zone there. That's created like a proven resistance around that point there. And so what that means is that it's either we are going to be expecting price to do what we call a breakout. Look at it on 15 minutes. Price has ranged and ranged and ranged. Okay, we're going to be expecting a breakout. If not, that is what will help us determine, the direction of US 30. You understand? The direction of US 30 we can only find out if we have a breakout. Okay, so my advice for US 30 is not to even use a pending order. Like, I will not advise you to use a pending order. You need to wait for price to break it. You need to wait for price to break it to be able to determine what to do with the market. But like I said yesterday, this 50 period moving average happens to be a strong point. So even if price sells towards this place, it's a good place for you to look out for a push back up. You understand? It's a good place to look out for a push back up. Okay. So I feel like that is also the case with even US 100. US 100, look at US 100 also ranging, just ranging around this point, just lazying around. Okay, and that's likely how it's going to be, even if there's any little spike. If I were to play, if you say, Samuel, what position do you favor? I favor a sell. I favor a sell on US 100. I favor a sell on US 30. I favor a sell on US 2000. I favor a sell. But there is very little volatility in the market. You understand? And you know me, I'm usually very real. I'm usually very real with the market, not a slave to the market. So except if price can, give me volatility, then I can use my 50 period moving average to trade it. You understand? I can use my 50 period moving average to trade it. The best thing you want to do in this kind of market is just scalping. Okay, so you can use your 50 period moving average to just scalp the US indices. You know, I know that many of us will be very disappointed, but that's the truth. There is very little volatility in the market, you know, and the best thing you want to do is to scalp it. The best thing you want to do is to scalp it. So I will propose the 50 period moving average like we have here. The current candle is trading bearish. Wait for it. If this candle closes bearish, you can sell further. Okay, you can sell further. But if you want to place a trade, I would advise that that trade be in favor of the dollar. Okay, I advise that trade to be in favor of the dollar. Okay, so even when you look at gold, look at how gold has been ranging. Look at gold. Gold has been ranging around this place, just giving us the same thing around this zone here, because you do not really have much volatility in the market. But if I were to take any position, I would rather take a sell on gold. I'd rather take a sell on gold because of the strength of the dollar. Okay, because of the current strength of the dollar, technically speaking. Okay, so what we can do is, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so even on 15 minutes, gold is currently trading below that 50 period moving average. No, it's trading below that 50 period moving average. So there's still, look at it, there's still bearish strength. Like the market is still bearish for gold. It's not been able to conveniently break the 50 period moving average, you know, so market is still bearish for gold. So if you want to trade gold, our advice is sell on gold, but especially if it closes below 1991. If gold closes below 1991, I feel like you can sell further. Remember, I told us to sell in the morning and said to sell gold to around 1993. You know, so if it closes below this 1991, I think we can still sell it further to around 1988 or 1989. Okay, so if price closes below 1991, we can sell to around 1989 for gold. You can sell to around 1989 for gold. Okay, that's my advice for trading gold. Let's look at oil. Look at oil. Oil is selling. Oil is selling. We had a buy for oil around here, but we also said that, I think also gave a sell around this 70 zone, you know, expecting that oil was going to push up there. But here we have oil trading below and currently broken a support on 15 minutes. Okay, broken a support on 15 minutes. But the truth is, like I said, there's still a lot of uncertainty on oil because we're still waiting for OPEC to decide. I don't know. They're supposed to have a meeting today, but maybe even the bank holiday is also a problem. Maybe the bank holiday is also a problem. There seems to be a lot of bearish pressure right now on oil. So what do we do? Let's look at a clearer chart. Let's look at a clearer chart. Okay, so what we can do for oil, to trade oil, it's quite simple. If you're looking at oil this afternoon, you just have your sell stop below here, you know, so that if somehow this sell is to continue, have your sell stop below this place and this sell is to continue, you can benefit, you know, like this. Sometimes like this, when oil makes moves like this, pending order is usually fine. You trade oil, but I remember that I was giving it below this point because of this small support here. There's this small support here where price made a retracement and then push back down. So I could have my sell stop on oil. I could have my sell stop on oil around maybe 79.77 or thereabouts. I can have my sell stop on oil be around 79.77 or 79.70 zone. I can have my sell stop around that 79.70 zone. And then I can take profit at around 79.20. Can take profit for my sell at around 79.20. You understand? That's what I would expect for oil. Because if you even check, oil has made like a hammer signal on 30 minutes. Of course, it has to confirm that first, but it has made a hammer signal. So at least between now and 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. that oil is going to close for today, you know, it's still going to make some level of range. Okay, that's why I have my entry around here for my sell. Then for my buy, for my buy, we have this little box here, which you can expect oil to trade around. So I can have my buy at 80.70. I can have my buy stop at around 80.70. Well, if you look at it, you have this fall, like this price is likely going to retrace. And if this sell trend is continuing, it is going to fall further. So it's very possible that price triggers our trade without doing anything meaningful. You understand? So these 15 minutes, I can have my buy high above this resistance point here. So instead of that place I gave us at first, we can consider our buy at around 81.40. Can consider our buy at around 81.40 and take profit at around 81.80. So consider our buy at around 81.40, take profit at around 81.80. 81.40, 81.80. Okay. So we said that there is still chance for the dollar to push up, and that means that if you're trading, it's better for you to trade to the strength of the dollar. Okay. We said GBP USD, it's better if you're looking at GBP USD, it's better you are looking out for a sell on GBP USD. We said even indices like even US 30, US 100, we said it's better to look out for a sell today because of the current strength of the dollar. There's lack of volatility in the market, and so I advise that scalping is what you should do. Use the 50-period moving average to scalp in the market. You understand? We looked at oil. We gave an oil sell at around 79.70 zone, 79.70 zone, and we consider taking profit at around 79.20 zone, around the 79.20 zone. Okay, for US 100, we have said that you need to watch it. If this current candle closes bearish, you want to continue with a sell for because US 100 is still looking very much bearish. Okay. Gold also, we said gold, we gave 1991, that if gold closes below 1991, you should sell to around 1989 or thereabouts. Okay, I see a lot of bearish pressure. For Euro USD also, Euro USD is already trading below the 50 period on 30 minutes, but let's see on 1 hour. Even on 1 hour, it's trading below the 50 period. So a sell is still advised for Euro USD. You understand? A sell is still advised for Euro USD. Okay. Euro GBP, we actually, I said for Euro GBP for us to look out for a buy around this zone. And if you actually took a buy, you're currently in profit. But we watched Euro GBP and we said that all these zones here are actually buy zones, except if it closes below 0.86705. Except if it closes below 0.86705. Okay. But we said for what it's worth, with all these zones here, we expect a push up. So we advised a buy on Euro GBP, right? Then AUD JPY. I said AUD JPY to actually look out for a buy at current market price, and then consider take profit at around 98.210. 98.210 or thereabout. Then we said that this zone here, if it gets into this zone, this is a sell zone. From 98.240, 98.260, all those zones are sell zones. They are zones where we expect AUD JPY to actually fall. But right now, it's still looking bullish, so you can look out for a buy on AUD JPY. Okay. We looked at GBP CAD, right? We looked at GBP CAD, and we said for GBP CAD, we said that we should actually look out for a sell, right? We said to look out for a sell on GBP CAD. We said if you're looking out for a sell on GBP CAD, especially look out for a sell, right? An instant sell on GBP CAD, and especially if GBP CAD, for those who are very conservative, if GBP CAD can actually close below this zone here, 1.7155, 1.71550. If you can close below that place, you can actually still look out for a sell. But I advised a sell on GBP CAD. And I've said with the candlestick pattern and the strength of the weakness of GBP, could expect it to still come back to this verified support. So give a sell on GBP CAD. We also looked at Euro JPY. And for Euro JPY, we said that price has to close above 163.088. We said price has to close above 163.088 for you to look out for a buy. And we said if that happens and price buys to around 163.430, you can actually take profit. From 163.088, price buys to 163.430, you can actually take advantage of, take your profit. And then we also said for the sell, 162.650 for the sell, 162.650, take profit at around 162.480. Take profit at around 162.480, right? We gave very important information about the dollar. We said that dollar is currently on holiday, and that is why dollar-related pairs are kind of low in volatility. But nevertheless, we said the dollar is strong, and your best bet right now is to trade in favor of the dollar, right? So I mentioned it that GBP USD more like a sell, AUD USD more like a sell, USD JPY buy, Euro USD sell, but I actually encourage us to look out to non-dollar pairs because of the bank holiday that is going on today. And that reduction in volatility that I'm sure if you're trading, if you have traded today, you would have noticed it. So the market, the dollar market will return tomorrow with volatility. You understand? We return tomorrow with volatility, right? I also said that many of these pairs, especially commodities and indices, I said that commodities and indices will be closing earlier than usual today. For the indices, US indices, US 30, US 100, US 2000, US 500, they'll be closing by 7 p.m. today. Because of the bank holiday, they'll be closing by 7 p.m. today. We now said that oil, for instance, we said oil, that's the normal oil, will be closing early today. I think oil will be closing around 7:30 p.m. Oil will be closing around 7:30 p.m. while oil WTI will be closing around 8:30. So the truth is, for indices and commodities, will be closing from 7 p.m. We'll have them closing. Okay. But currencies will still be traded. Okay, currency will be traded, just that it will be small. The volatility will be less. You understand? Well, for people asking GBP TP, GBP CAD TP, consider around 20 to 30 pips of profit. I was considering around 80 pips, so you can consider around 20 to 30 pips of profit. You just usually, well, yeah, that's the answer. Consider 20 to 30 pips of profit. But to not be fixated on take profit. Do not be fixated on take profit. Okay, so that's the much that we will take today. We will continue tomorrow by 8 o'clock with the same link. The MMR would resume by 8 o'clock tomorrow, and then we will meet also in the afternoon by 3 o'clock. Well, by 8 o'clock tomorrow, we'll talk about the high impact data because we have high impact data tomorrow by 3:45. Okay, the dollar will also be releasing their PMI data, and I feel like that would, towards that time, the market will be very crazy till 5 p.m. Okay, so join us tomorrow by 8 o'clock for the morning market review, and then we will look at the market with fresh eyes. Okay, thank you so much for your time. It's been a good time. This morning was good. I'm very sure that today will also be, this afternoon will also be good with the information that we have seen in the market. So thank you so much for your time. God bless you. Bye for now. Please, for this person who's asking, how do you know when trade closes? Reach out to your account officer now. Reach out to your account officer. I feel that you should also you should still be attending basic classes to have a question like this. Reach out to your account officer for the basic classes. Okay? Thank you.